Hi everyone, I'm back with another video, and today I have this book, The Adventures of Mighty Hanuman, written by Gauranga Darshan. Now, any book written by Gauranga Darshan is an automatic buy for me because my son and I, we both read his other books, and he writes really good books meant for children that teach good values, good morals, and they're just motivating and encouraging in general. So I came across this book on Amazon and I just bought it. So I was really happy to get it. It's a big sized hardcover book, as you can see. This is a regular sized paperback, so you can have an idea of how big that book is. So that's the blurb, and this is kind of shiny if your children like that sort of thing. It's a gorgeous edition. And it opens to this really lovely end papers, and then you have this very cute artwork. Then here in the list of stories that are given there, these are the stories mentioned here. It doesn't follow the chronological order of Ramayana basically, or of rather it doesn't follow the chronological order of Hanuman's life. It's a collection of stories that would still make sense. So there's an author's note here and an introduction, which I would highly recommend that you read before you delve into the stories of this book. And then the story starts. There's also a prologue. So you have to read this prologue as well, because this gives you a background of whatever has happened till now, that serves as a background for understanding these stories that follow. So I would really recommend that you read this too, and either make your child read them as well, or you can just read through it quickly and give them a quick overview of it. So your child has a summary of what's the world like and what the situation is like when these stories are introduced. Then when the stories start, every story starts with a heading, and then it's basically what happens in the story. Lovely illustration, and it's a very short story, as you can see. And then right here there's a moral. So what your child can learn from it, what they need to understand, what lesson they can learn. So I really like this part because it's very encouraging for children to read this. And then the story continues, and then every part where an instance happens or an example is given, there is a moral that highlights what you're supposed to learn from it, or what is the important part of it, or what's the significance of it. And these serve as pointers for children who are growing up. So I really like that part. And then this one takes you back to Hanuman's childhood when they're reminding him, and then again you have a lesson over there, another lesson over there. So you can see the gorgeous illustration and how it just follows Hanuman's journey right from the time he leaps towards Lanka. And then you also have other special boxes that teach you something more, something extra. And then the story takes you to Lanka and what happens on the way, all the adventures he faces and he goes through, the challenges that he finds and how he overcomes them. So this book is highly motivating to children. And if you are a Hanuman fan, or if your child likes these kind of stories in general, definitely go for this book. This is one author I would never stop recommending. As you can see, it's a pretty thick book, so I'm just going to flip through the pages. And here, when he is meeting Sita Maya for the first time, and they talk about this, I found it really beautiful. And then you have some fun activities also dispersed throughout the book, where you can select certain things or answer certain questions based on what you have read through or what you've understood from the book. These are more of moral based questions rather than text based ones. So it takes you through the whole of it, right until the time that they are back home. They are back to Ayodhya and living happily. And then in the end, it gives you one moral, and it expands on that for children to learn and internalize. And then you have a reflect and apply part. So one, you can list 3 lessons that you've learned and where you can use those lessons in like in what situations or in what parts of your life. And that's the author. So again, a wonderful book. Again, the end papers are lovely, and this is a gorgeous edition. Great for gifting, great for reading over and over again. Hope you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.